never ran the serial number on it or nothing.
I'm gonna see if it'll start after 6 months. We'll find out. It's a early 90s 215B. See how good the batteries are. Gonna need the jump box. What, you got your ditching bucket on there?
Yeah, so I cleaned the pond up the road.
Oh, okay. So what size bucket you got for it? The ditching bucket and a...
And then I got a 42, 30, I don't know, like a 40-ish.
Okay, and then that little trenching bucket?
Yeah.
Oh. See what she does. You can't beat them. Got a progressive link thumb on it.
Hey.
Ready. So last weekend, spent about an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half, and got the top band put on and the rafters cut and put in place. Like I said, this is just a cow shelter. I've got like hardly anything. The poles are free. I've got like 10 cents a board in the wood. I've got all that for a hell of a deal. So I'm just using what I got around here. I'm gonna double up the 2x10 so they don't sag. I should have notched them into the poles, but that's just, I didn't want to do all that, so I just I'm putting 8-inch lag bolts in there. That's not gonna pull off. Between nails and 8-inch lag screw, bolt, whatever you want to call them, it's not going anywhere. Like I gotta get the Milwaukee back to finish screwing that one in. The air one impact gun run out of steam on that one. But I got those put in, got the rafter set. I gotta go over there to the shelter and get some more boards. I'm gonna run those across, nail those down for putting my tin on top of that, and that'll pretty well have this wrapped up. I'll probably just do the top for now, and before winter comes I'll do a side here and a back and a side, and just leave the front open, and that should keep the wind off of them for the most part. But like I said, this is just a simple little cow shelter here at the farm. Nothing fancy, just needs to serve a purpose. And I had all the stuff, so I'm just gonna do it like this. And it should be very, very low cost for me. The tin will be the most expensive thing, so I'll have to go get that. I think I need, what, 15 pieces. No, 10 is 30, yeah. They're 3-foot pieces, so that'll be 30 foot. Yep. So I've got to go get some more 2x6s, and I'll throw those up top, get those nailed down. I checked it the other day, and lo and behold, it's only like 1 inch out of square, so I can take the backhoe and rack it around and square it up pretty good. But all in all, I think it turned out pretty decent so far with what I got in it, which is not much. So as of right now, I got more cost in nails than anything else, so it'll work good for what I want to do with it, and we'll go from there. So back to the pole barn for the cow shelter. I'm going to finish up. I got a few more roofing slats to put down to finish this up, and I did get some metal the other day. Let's see, Friday, today's Sunday, and I did put 4 pieces up yesterday, just in between the rain showers. Mess around with that for a little bit, start getting a little bit covered. That's pretty much the only cost I have on this barn, was 16 foot sheets of galvanized tin metal, which came up to be about $318. Metal's expensive nowadays. Yeah, so that's pretty much all the cost I got in this barn. I got like 10 cents a board. Like I said, I bought a whole truckload of, it's brand new lumber, but it's secondhand, I guess you could say. It's, well, not really secondhand, it's just set outside and got a little bit wet and got a little bit of white mold here and there, but other than that, most of it looks fairly new to me. So got the poles for free, already had nails, already had bolts. You'll see my screws up there. I found a whole pack of like a 5-pound bag left over from one of these buildings around here. So yeah, pretty much no cost in that. It's not perfect, it's a little bit out of square, but it'll work for the cow shelter. It's the poles are so damn hard in the ground, it's kind of hard to rack it around, but it's only a couple inches of not being perfect, which is good enough for me. So I've got to trim a couple of these 2x6s up. They didn't quite land center with the overhang I had, so I'm going to cut those, so when I put my additional ones on there, they are sitting on that joist right there, or rafter. That is a rafter joister for floors. All right, well, let me get the generator fired up and hop up there to the saw and trim those, and go ahead and lay the rest of them. I got a bunch of 6-footers. I think that'll work perfect right there. so I got all those down, all but one. I got to cut one more, but they're under my 10, so I'm gonna put some more down, and then so I can get those blocks out, and I have to cut a full 16-footer for a 4-foot piece. So getting the metal put down, I've gotten 4 sheets put down. I had a whole 5-pound bag of screws left over from some building. They're green, but nobody will ever see it up here, and saved me about 40 bucks. So that's why I'm using those. I don't think the cows will mind too much. They're not perfectly straight, but it'll serve the same purpose. So I'm throwing that up here, one piece at a time, getting it put in down and screwed down in case we get a random gust of wind. We've got storms coming today, so I didn't want to lay more than one piece up here at the time in case we got a good gust of wind, because this stuff will fly like a kite. All right, let me get this put in place and put some screws down. And now I'm done. I think it turned out all right. Easy enough for a little weekend project. I got all the screws put down. They're not exactly perfectly straight, but it'll serve the same purpose. So I got the 10 sheets put down, and now the roof is complete on the cow shelter. I'll do a little video from the ground. And there it is, all done. Got a 14 by 30, no, 14 by 28. Well, it is 30 with the metal up top. It's got a foot of overhang on the top. So what I'll probably do is enclose this side and probably the back, but at least for right now they can get up out of the sun and the rain. So probably at least do this side first, because that's the one that the sun will shine through, and then the winter time do the back and this other side, and leave the front open. Just as the rain comes.